So they're decorating the Christmas tree with a star up top for you and me. Can you hear the sleigh bells? It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. Way up north, they're making toys for every little girl and boy who mailed in letters, 'cause they've been better, so much better than the year before. Santa's crossing off every wish, even moms and dads have made the list. Can you hear the sleigh bells? It's Christmas time. The sound of sleigh bells on reindeer only come this time of year. With Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, and Vixen, run, run, Rudolph, all you will be missed when Santa Claus gets his paws on his red sleigh. When his elves hear the shouts, he'll go flying on his merry way. He's spreading joy all along the route, all around the world in one night. Can you hear the sleigh bells? It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time.
Let's see. What would you like?
The sound of sleigh bells on reindeer only come this time of year.
Good Sunday morning to you, everybody. This is Dave with Cruising to Lose Weight, and we're back out on the Gulf of Mexico. It's Sunday, and it is November 27th, around 9 a.m. in the morning here. And yesterday was kind of an interesting day. It started pulling into port in the Galveston, and it was raining and lightning, and it was just an awful day to try to get off the ship, if you were getting off the ship, but luckily I was staying on. And but it cleared up in the afternoon. The skies cleared out, it got nice and warm, so it wasn't too bad for the afternoon. But I feel sorry for the people that had to drag their luggage back to the car in the rain. Anyway, as you can see, the Carnival Vista has transformed into the Christmas season. Christmas decorations all over. It was kind of neat to watch them because we were the first ones on board, and there was a bunch of little elves running around setting up trees and decorating and putting wreaths out and whatnot. And we've got a long way to go. We're heading down to Jamaica, and it's 2 sea days to get down there. So it's going to be quite a number of days we'll be on the ship, but that's fine. We've got a lot of stuff planned. First of all, the good thing about yesterday was we didn't have to get off the ship. Customs came on the ship and checked our passports, which is just a formality for everything, but they did it. And I think I found my favorite place to hang out on the ship here, the Havana bar. Comfortable chairs. I like to sit there before and after going to dinner. And then later in the evening, they've got a live band that plays Havana, Cuba music. So it was kind of interesting to hear the Latin music on the ship, which is apropos for the area that we're going. But yeah, we've got today we've got some items planned to deliver cabin gifts around the ship. I've got about 14 gifts to go find the doors and hang them on the doorknobs. And then we have our left, center, right games planned all week. We've got 2 today, one at noon and one at 3 o'clock. And according to the sign-up sheet, there should be at least 20 to 30 people that are signing up. And today is $1 day, so we put $3 in the pot today. I think if we get full 20 people playing, it's like $60. So I've never won yet, but it's a good way to I think your odds are a little bit better than in the casino. Might as well just hand them your money. But anyways, let's go into the stats here and get that finished up. For last evening, our blood pressure was 127/80 and a pulse of 88. This morning, blood pressure was 138/82 and a pulse of 86. Our blood sugars last evening were 160. That gave us an A1C of 12.31. And blood sugars this morning, 154, with the A1C down to 12.26. Steps for yesterday, we ended up with 4,580 steps for the day, which is pretty good. I want to try to keep it right around the 5,000. And if I hit it, especially on sea days, and that'd be great. We usually hit that, it seems like, if we're in port, and especially if we're going on an excursion and whatnot. But sleep last night, we got a good 8 hours and 2 minutes of sleep. Seas were pretty nice and calm for the most part, and it gave us a rating of 87. And our weight this morning, we ended up with 287.1. That's a gain of 1.1 pounds, and that puts our cruising weight to date since November 7th at plus 2.6 pounds. So still manageable. Had a real good meal last night. I mean, it's hard to turn all that good meal down, but I think we pigged out a little bit on the lasagna, but it was good. It was a good vegetable lasagna. But anyways, like I mentioned before, we got 2 sea days. Today's a sea day. 2 sea days to get down to Falmouth, Jamaica. And the Vista has been having propulsion problems, trouble getting top speed. And I think the last time I checked on the monitor, it was cruising at 21 knots, which ain't too bad. I think they switched the ports around because I think last itinerary had them leaving Jamaica, heading back to Galveston for 2 days, and they were always coming in late. So I don't know if they're maybe hoping for a tailwind or what, but this is the first time that they're heading straight down there. And then after that, we're heading to Grand Cayman and then Cozumel to wrap up the week. But so far this morning, we've put 300 or so nautical miles on since we left Galveston. And just FYI, last week when we were cruising, the monitor said that we had a total of right around 2,100 nautical miles for the whole trip. So this one should be a little bit longer, I think. It's probably going to be like 25 or 2,600. Yeah, the other interesting deal was watching the sea depth. Right now we're in the deepest part of Mexico, and they give you a reading of what the depth is. And in Galveston, it was like 100 feet deep, and we were right on the edge of the drop off, and it was at 7,250 feet, and just like that it dropped almost to 11,000 feet, so it's quite a drop off, but hopefully we are never going to see that drop off, and we'll stay on top of the water. I'll go through this sleep app a little bit and kind of explain everything. It's really a neat app, and it's kind of amazing that it can document your behaviors during the evening while you're sleeping and stuff. And half the time, it was unless you got a partner that hits you in the middle of the night to quit snoring or talking in your sleep or waking up, and you really don't know what you're doing unless you have something like this to monitor. It's a great way to see what's going on, at night. And it does record. If you do talk in your sleep, you can hit the record. Hit the record button and find out what you said, which is usually a bunch of mumbo jumbo. But there's other things in there like. I noticed last night, it had 2 flatulence. So I checked that and what times those were. But yeah, it's an interesting way to monitor your health. And the biggest thing that I've noticed on it was the sleep apnea has gone down big time. When I first started, it was severe all the time. And they record, those events, and it's like, you stop breathing or everything, and all of a sudden you wake up, and those are the ones that they're afraid of. But lately, it's been low to none on the sleep apnea, which is great. So that's mainly why I got that, was to monitor it. They wanted to do that originally when I was in the hospital, and I refused it. I said no, because they wanted me to wear one of those CPAP. And I'm just not one of those people that's going to wear one of those, But luckily everything's working out, and I'm glad I got that feature on there. But yeah, today's C day. Tomorrow's going to be a C day. So that's about it for today, and we'll catch you on the next one. But I appreciate you stopping in. Make sure you like and subscribe, so you're notified whenever I do get to upload this onto YouTube, because the internet is very slow on the ship. Hopefully in the next coming years it's going to improve. But you guys have a great Sunday, and we'll catch you again tomorrow. Adios.